But I couldn't connect up that voice with this man.
If we do see him, he's probably gonna look fucking crazy. What's up, y'all? Welcome back for another movie reaction, and today we'll be watching Apocalypse Now, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. What I do know about this movie, since it was highly requested after Full Metal Jacket, I'm assuming it's a war movie, and that's really it. So let's get into this. Before we begin, I do want to remind you that you can get early access to these YouTube edits on my Patreon through the link in the description. If not, just make sure you subscribe or leave a thumbs up on this video if you do enjoy it. It really helps my channel reach a wider audience, and I greatly appreciate it. But now, it's time for the show. Let's go. I'm assuming this is the Vietnam War.
Come on, baby. Come on. Yeah!
Martin Sheen looks kind of crazy in these shots. The lighting and angles help with the sinister feel, but there's only so much it can do. It's pretty much all Martin Sheen.
It's my nightmare, crawling, slithering along the edge of a straight razor.
This dude sounds as crazy as Martin Sheen at the beginning of this movie.
Now he's crossed into Cambodia with this Montagnard army of his that worship like a god and follow every order.
I've heard the plot of this before, where like a guy loses his mind and joins like tribal people and becomes their leader. I've seen it on The Simpsons. I've seen it on TV shows. Is this where it came from?
Charging a man with murder in this place was like handing out speeding tickets at the Indy 500. I took the mission.
Charging a man with murder here is like giving out speeding tickets at the Indy 500. What a great comparison.
You know, I pulled a few special ops in here. I took a man who was going up past the bridge at Do Long. I heard he shot himself in the head.
Maybe he didn't kill himself. Did he lose his mind too? Shit.
I'd heard his voice on the tape, and it really put the hook in me. But I couldn't connect up that voice with this man.
If we do see him, he's probably gonna look fucking crazy.
4 diamonds. Isn't one worth a jacket, a whole bunch?
There's little fucking kids' bodies just laying there, and the dude's throwing fucking cards on them.
Any man brave enough to put his guts strapped on him can drink from my canteen any day. The surfer. Wait, here, you sure?
This dude doesn't give a solitary fuck about anything. They're letting us know he runs shit and is extremely battle hardened.
I like to take a gunship back to the division and bring me my Yater spoon, the 8.6.
Well, I mean, it's pretty hairy in there. It's Charlie's point.
Charlie, don't surf!
Well, he can't say he didn't get enough warnings about how fucking bad it was in there. See, when I think of Vietnam, I think of this shot right here. Just choppers flying over trees and an orange sky over water.
How come all you guys sit on your helmet?
We don't get our balls blown off.
It will be pretty scary to hear that shit flying over your house, because you know what it means.
Spotted a large
Clearly, it looks like a stronghold. They do have their families there. Yeah, I mean, if this village was in the way of their mission of where they had to go, they kind of really have no choice but to bomb it and basically siege the place.
I want my wounded out of there in 15 minutes.
Oh no!
This goddamn eat up with enemy down here.
I did not expect her to have a grenade and to just toss it into the med chopper. Now, if that were to happen to me and I would have saw that with my own eyes, how would it be wrong of me to make sure the actions I did from here on out would just be to prevent something like that from happening again? Even if it meant killing. I can't even finish my thought, man. I don't even want to think about it.
All right, now, let me take care of this. All right? Get that out of here. Chip in!
112.13 relay. Can you get twisted around trying to put it down here?
Oh my god, those fighter jets look fucking beautiful. That says a lot. Even after what happened with the grenade and the woman throwing it onto the helicopter, he still let this other woman, because she had a severely injured child, onto a med chopper and get out of there. Because he understands not everyone is that way. And I was trying to understand that earlier. You know, I was trying to put myself in that mind state, but I just can't. When it gets to that moment and it has to be done, that's different. But that just proved right there, you know, it's a person by multi-person bases, and the whole thing is just not knowing. That's fucking terrifying, man. That put me on edge. So many innocent people would get killed. This dude said incoming, so they all jumped out the way. Get the fuck out of here. I'm glad they can find some type of enjoyment in the middle of this shit.
How Kilgore fought the war, I began to wonder what they really had against Kurtz. It wasn't just insanity and murder. There was enough of that to go around for everyone.
Considering he himself is, you know, kind of out there, and he knows the range of the typical hardened soldier, for this to be spooking him out.
What is it? Charlie?
Oh shit! Holy fuck! That scared the shit out of me.
The next youngest guy in his class was half his age. I did it when I was 19. It damn near wasted me. A tough motherfucker.
He literally took the words out my mouth. I was 2 seconds from saying this was a tough motherfucker. On track to be a colonel or a general, and just decided to be a Green Beret. He wanted to be in the middle of the shit.
Hey, listen, it's a real big night.
Just give him some fuel. You got it.
He yoked the shit out of him. He just wants some fuel so he can get on with his mission. It's classified, which means it's some pretty top priority shit. All this just to get one of them to sign your centerfold? Like, you're gonna cause all this chaos and scare these women? Look at these fucking guys hanging on! Oh my goodness!
Charlie didn't get much USO. His idea of great R&R was cold rice and a little rat meat. He had only two ways home: death or victory.
The only thing that entire performance and show was a distraction. That's it. I mean, this was the 60s or 70s or something like that, so Playboy was at its peak. These dudes were losing their minds over these magazines. Everything I say is a naive take. It's a different time period. It's the middle of war. Just because I say something doesn't mean I'm right and I feel a certain way about it. It's just this is coming from my perspective. I'm sure even by the end of this movie, it could change. So I hope y'all keep that in mind.
Good morning, Vietnam. I'm Army.
So there must have been a ton of missions where only one person really knew what was going on and the other guys just had to literally follow lead, and it was something as sensitive as this. It is kind of crazy to just blindly follow orders. The whole notion of it.
As long as cold beer, hot food, and all the other amenities remain the expected norm, our conduct of the war will gain only impotence.
Damn, so was that something that the colonel that they're trying to find wrote? Was he saying if the conditions were better, then they wouldn't even need this many people? The guys out of there would be fighting hard enough to win this shit? So through these letters and correspondence, we're kind of getting a sense of him before he descended into madness. Just the state of his mind, what was leading up to all these moments that made him have a high disdain for the military.
Why don't you see what you can do with that engine? I'm gonna have a look around. Hey, don't leave without me.
It's like the third time he said, don't leave without me. Like he said, stay on that boat. You gotta stay on the boat. You can't get too far. That's what happened to the other guy.
I negotiated 2 barrels of fuel for a couple of hours with the bunnies. Grab a couple barrels and get up to that big tent.
Wow, so they need that fuel just to get out of there? Probably could have got some at that place, but such chaos broke out. Motherfuckers lost their mind.
There were things that they made me do I didn't want to do. Pull the ribbons between your legs, and I didn't want to do it.
We're kind of getting a glimpse of the state of mind of these playmates back then, too. How fragile their mind is.
Get over here. Sheriff, check that vegetable basket.
Rice, that's all. There ain't nothing on it.
Yellow cans.
Oh!
Hold it. Let's kill all the assholes. Shoot the shit out of all of them. Why not?
He got paired up with some terrible fucking squad mates, man. You couldn't keep her from running back there without murdering everyone on the boat.
What are you talking about?
We're taking her to some friendlies, Captain. She's wounded. She's not dead. The book says, Captain.
I told you not to stop. Now let's go.
They don't have time. Nothing comes before the mission. Nothing stops the mission. He told you not to stop. Jeez. There's always the same type of people in a group. There's always the jumpy one, the scaredy cat. There's always the one that's got a heavy trigger finger.
Fuck you! You'll get what you deserve.
If that isn't a warning that you're going in a wrong fucking direction, I don't know what is. But that's why he's the one person that came throughout the entire military to get this job done.
Do you know who's in command here?
Yeah.
Man, that dude's a sure shot. He looks like he's slowly losing it, though. It's fucking chaos there. It's just madness. People running around, not knowing which way is up, what they're doing. Just scared shitless and freaked the fuck out.
Do you want to go on? Think about it. Who cares?
Just get us upriver.
The military is basically hell-bent on following orders. That might as well be their mantra, follow orders. But no matter what the situation is, you always have a choice. It doesn't matter. You may have to pay a punishment for it, but there are ways around everything, and you always have a choice. If you know something is inherently wrong and you're literally marching to your death, I can't blame someone for not going through with it. And the people that mentally can get through that and do decide to go on with it either way, that's great. They can see the big picture. They know they have to go.
We have reason to believe that he is now operating with Colonel Kurtz. Then they intercepted a letter he tried to send to his wife. He was with Kurtz.
Damn, so Kurtz recruited another guy? Is this insinuating that he's gonna join him as well? What the fuck?
If this tape is any good, I will have Dad and the family send you a tape.
Oh, whoa! Oh my god! Oh shit, I'm pretty sure they fucking caught him on the gun.
So, I'm hoping for pretty soon I'll have a lot of grandchildren to love and spoil.
Damn. Him laying there dead while that tape is playing? Fucking eerie.
To celebrate your coming home, Granny and Dad are trying to get enough money to get you a car, but don't tell them.
17. Man, when I was 17, I was a fucking kid. I was closer to still being a kid than I was an adult. I know they say, you know, when you turn 18 and 21, those are the ages, but still, I was still a kid, man.
Nous ne voulons pas vous agresser!
Who the fuck are these guys? Holy shit! Disappearing out of the smoke. At least they're having some type of burial, some type of way to send them off. That's good.
Hey, can I speak with the chef? Chef speak only Vietnamese. Believe that.
Wow, so they're past that entry point into Cambodia in the heart of the shit from what we've been hearing, and they're living very, very nice. Got expensive cutlery, furniture, clean clothing.
In Dien Bien Phu we lose. In Algeria we lose. In Indochina we lose. But here we don't lose. We will never lose that. Never!
Damn, all these jokes about France consistently losing over and over again in almost every war being an embarrassment. They seem to be aware of it.
An egg. The white left, the yellow stay.
He compared it to an egg with the whites leaving but the yellow staying. Oh my goodness, man. What the fuck? Leave it to someone from France to use food to help reinforce their point.
And they only do that to be dead with their friends.
Why don't you Americans learn from us? From our mistakes. Your army, your strength, your power, you can win if you want to.
It's crazy how all these other countries see our military, the amount of money we spend, how we literally will stay in the fight for almost a decade to make sure we accomplish our mission. And we could win if we just went all out brutality, ruthless, just bomb, relentless kill, no matter what. You know, everyone knows that, but you can't, man. You just can't. I don't even know what the basis of the Vietnamese War is. I mean, it's not like they dropped an atomic bomb on us or something, or had like a Holocaust type situation with American citizens. It's just no matter the reasoning, man, it's war, and there has to be a line. There has to be. But there really isn't. Shit is wild, man. I'm sure there are people in the military, from soldiers to 5-star generals, that just stay awake at night thinking about this shit.
Well, you American, you are fighting for biggest nothing in history.
See, he even said it, like, why are we there? I kind of know the reason for all the other world wars, but why were we really in Vietnam that it warranted this type of response? Well, I mean, we went in there headstrong like it was World War fucking 3. And to get our ass handed to us like this for a war that, in his words, meant nothing.
There are two of you, don't you see? One that kills and one that loves.
Duality of man, for sure. The good and the bad. That is also a frequent topic and theme that comes up in these war movies. You gotta believe that you're a good person that just does bad things sometimes, because it's human nature. What the fuck? He's trying to kill him? Damn, with his last dying breath, he tried to get revenge on this guy for sending him upriver, knowing what type of place this was. A spear through the fucking back.
I knew the risks, or imagined I knew, but the thing I felt the most was the desire to confront him.
Absolutely. What made you want to just live here and be a god, as they said, amongst them? I could understand disagreeing with, you know, the way the military operates, but to go to the lengths and measures and do what this guy actually did, especially with who he was, I think an explanation isn't too far out of the question. This is basically a suicide mission. I mean, they sent him up here to exterminate him by any means. How's he supposed to kill him and get out of there alive? I'm pretty sure he knew that, though, going up there. But I don't think that's fair to the other guys. Man, that continuous bass and that red mist in the background is just creepy.
I can tell you something like the other day, he wanted to kill me. He said, if you take my picture again, I'm gonna kill you. And he meant it.
Damn, bodies just laying everywhere. Like, they don't pick them up. It's just let him sit there and rot and cook in the sun. Wait a minute. There's more than one just American soldier up there. He's got a couple of guys.
If you could have heard the man just 2 days ago, if you could have heard a man, you gonna call him crazy?
Fucking A.
Yeah, there's heads laying everywhere. He's fucking crazy. The fact that they didn't kill him on sight and are letting him stay there for whatever reason is just, it's mind-boggling to me.
Where you from, Willard?
I'm from Ohio, sir.
Were you born there?
Yes, sir.
Is this the guy?
There's a place in the river, I can't remember. Must have been a gardenia plantation or flower plantation at one time.
Come on, let us see his face.
I was sent on a classified mission, sir. They told me that you had gone totally insane.
Damn, he's being straight up with them too. He's not lying at all.
You're an errand boy, sent by grocery clerks to collect a bill.
Holy shit, he looks fucking scary. And he kept it straight up with them. You aren't shit but a fucking number to do their dirty work.
He likes you because you're still alive. He's got plans for you. I'm not gonna help you. You're gonna help him, man.
This dude's either brainwashed or he is so scared he is forcing himself to believe everything that this guy is telling them. And to imply that he wants him to take over for him, there's no way that's what's gonna happen. There's no way. If this dude takes over for this guy, that means the army needs to get their shit together. Because their best soldiers are going AWOL in the highest capacity. Oh shit! He didn't say anything, he just dropped the head on his lap and walked away? And you suspect that's a way of getting him on your side? I wonder what happened to the other guy, the one that had the arrows sticking out of his head.
Told the president last week that things felt much better. How do they smell to you, soldier?
So he's aware of all the bullshit that's being spread in the news media about how we're winning the war and it's not a complete mess and disaster at the same time. While it may not be based on a true event, this depiction of a scenario in war is by far the most intense and brutal. No question.
I was free. If the generals back in the Trang could see what I saw, would they still want me to kill him? More than ever, probably.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty sure they would, bro. I don't think you've seen anything that would have changed their minds. Maybe you.
Horror and moral terror are your friends. If they are not, then they are enemies to be feared.
Damn, he's probably been through and seen so much that instead of letting the stuff affect him, he decided to just embrace them so he could get through with his life.
Primordial instincts to kill without feeling, without passion, without judgment. It's judgment that defeats us.
He's very obsessed with how fragile our mortality is. Of course, we have primal instincts we could put in situations that make us revert back to it, but everybody needs help. And he's denying help in any shape, way, or form. He's giving himself the final word. No outside word interference, and that's a recipe for insanity. Again, this is all a naive take. I've never been in war. I've never been in the military. I know shit is crazy. Please remember that. Oh shit, is he gonna kill him? Okay, good shit. Yo, if he pulls this shit off, I will be highly impressed. Oh shit. Damn, he got him. I mean, even him talking there about, oh, they can drop bombs, but they can't say fuck. Bro, there's a lot of hypocrisy like that in the world. Yeah, I figure this is what's gonna happen, man. They're all just gonna kill him for killing their leader. That's where his story ends. No one will ever know what happened up here. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Don't fall for it. Do not give into it. Do not be a god to these people. Don't do it, bro. Damn, and he still had enough sense to make sure he gets his guy out of there. Yeah, you lost your mind a little bit, but nah, fuck that. We're getting out of here. I'm not leaving you either. This is one of the strongest-willed, strongest-minded people I've ever seen in a movie. How the fuck did he get out of there? How the fuck did he pull this mission off? Holy shit, man. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Apocalypse Now. The movie showcased intensity from the beginning to the end, from Willard in that hotel room, acting kinda crazy, to getting the details of his mission, which were wild in itself, to landing with Kilgore on that beach, and then on. It was just non-stop. The boat represented a haven of sorts in this film. They were constantly using that analogy of staying on the boat, not straying too far from the boat. They kept saying, don't leave without me. I'm never leaving the boat, you know, stuff like that. And Willard actually used a comparison of Kurt's getting too far from the boat as him losing his grip on reality. Just right away, I felt like the bunny scene was a little tacked on, added on. I don't feel like that offered anything to the movie at all. Maybe there was something there I might have missed, but it felt extra. If there was something there I missed, please let me know. A lot of great shots, like the multicolored flares behind Kilgore on the beach when they were surfing. Willard, his head coming out of the water right before he was about to kill Hertz, and the smoke going by. Standout image. And of course the choppers flying over the trees. Typical Vietnam scenery. You know, those three images stood out the most to me. When Willard first found Kurtz, and they were speaking, Kurt's face was covered up by shadows most of the time. I think that was just letting us know he really descended into darkness, you know, as a metaphor. And his outlook on life, it was all just dark. Everything about this man was just dark. Now on to Kurtz. Oh boy. Please take into account everything I'm about to say has to do with Kurtz. Nothing else, not my own naive take on the military, because I haven't been in war. I haven't fought in combat. I wouldn't know. All this is my point of view. It's all about the point of engaging conversation. Again, this is specifically for Kurtz, a man who lost his mind in war. This is my insight on probably what caused it. I know there's a lot of servicemen that watch this too, so don't think this is in any way discouraging or insulting to you either. It's from a civilian standpoint. So hopefully this forms some type of dialogue that can go a long way in educating a lot of people. But anyway, let me get started into this. Following orders in war is just adding another layer to an already chaotic paradigm. Following orders in war. How does that make sense? Following blind orders seemed to be the situation for everyone on Willard's boat, and it ended up costing them their lives. Well, except the guy with the puppy. But like the driver said, they know this already. It's his job not to know. I mean, it's not his job to know. Drive the boat where? That's it. 1, 2. Even though Willard told him he had to drive me up there, yada yada, he kind of could have bailed at any moment. He could have been considered AWOL, all that yada yada. But if you thought he wasn't coming back, why would it matter? Most soldiers aren't built like that. They know what they're getting into. They know that they can die at any time and moment, but the mission is the mission. And that mentality is hard to grasp from a civilian standpoint, because how is it not understandable that that can lead to a complete mental break or even contempt? Like sergeants that are knowingly sending their guys to their death to advance their position a little bit. They know beforehand these guys are going to die, all of them, not a few of them, but it's going to help this happen. Like that's wild to me. That's crazy, but it is true and it is real. To be a soldier, you have to have 2 things. 1, guts. You're going to war. If you're in war, you got guts. Simple and plain as that. And 2, you have to be able to follow orders. That's it. Guts and follow orders. 1, 2. Most people are going to ask, why are we doing this? Where are we going? What's the point of it? No, you don't ask questions and you listen. And I think the military okay, and let me just start here. When I say the military, I mean Genghis Khan, BC. I'm talking about since armies started from whenever. Don't think this is just about America. It's about everyone that's ever had some type of force fighting from millions of years ago to now. Whatever was considered an army, that's what I'm speaking of. They feel like not questioning orders is the best way to operate because there are countless warriors and soldiers who have had experience, been in situations that they weren't supposed to get out of alive, kept their unit alive in some miraculous way, experienced the same situation over and over and over again and learned from it. Since not questioning orders is their mind state, this has to be the key to victory. This has to be the way then. And that's where this specific issue for Kurtz started. Remember guys, this is about Kurtz. This isn't about anything else but Kurtz. Holding everyone to the same mental capacity and fortitude. Now you may say basic training, it weeds those people out that can't even cut it, but there are lines, there are levels, and if you fall short of any level than what's needed at that moment, you are considered expendable. And that's because of the idea of the line, of the limit. When the woman threw a grenade in a helicopter and it blew up, that could have gave the dude any reason not to trust any Viet Cong woman after that to get anywhere near running up to him. But literally 10 minutes later, a woman ran up to him with her child. The soldier had the gun ready. He was like, get that shit out of here. What's wrong? Tell me what you need. You know, he has a limit. He's not going to just treat every woman that way to make sure that doesn't happen. You know, it's just about limits and levels and lines. Of course, a military movie is going to have a chain of command and following orders as part of it. But this movie showed the hypocrisy of that. The line, in my eyes, is meant to represent where you lose your mental hold and in your sanity. I can guarantee you yours is different than the guy standing next to you. No one has the same line. Everyone is different. People in general are built different. And Kurtz, the perfect soldier, the guy who followed orders no matter what, recognized that in actuality, there is no line. Someone will always be willing to go a step further than you, forcing you to go a step further than them, risking breaking yourself mentally or physically. He actually showed admiration for the guys that chopped off the arms after they inoculated them because they were regular countrymen with family and friends and homes to go back to, and they were still mentally prepared to do that, probably without thinking. They even gave him an out earlier in the movie, and they said if he would have came back, all would have been forgiven. But Kurtz realized all they did was raise the limit. They raised his line, but he already passed his. He already passed it. You can't raise it for me. Like, what does that mean? And while Kurtz was the focus of this movie, he's only one of countless men throughout history that did see and experience the horrid things he did, and they found a way out of it. Not everyone turns into Kurtz that goes through what he goes through. His line and level is just lower than other people's. It's just what he did after he crossed his line was off the fucking reservation. Fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. In this movie itself, Willard, this man willed himself to complete the mission. He was not letting himself get distracted at all. He lost sight of the mission momentarily. I'll say he did. He was kind of confused about whether he should kill him or not. But he snapped back into it and he killed him. And he grabbed the guy that was left, the only soldier that was left alive, brought him with him on the boat and headed home. He was mentally stronger than Kurtz. He will never, ever, ever be the same again, but he has a chance. That's why I don't think this film or myself is trying to portray soldiers in a bad light. It's just letting us know what drove Kurtz to do what he did and explain the story. That's why I feel like those coming home from war don't get the mental and physical help they need because we including me, don't fully understand. And movies like this help me understand. I hope no one felt disrespected. All I want to do is engage you guys. Everyone that's watching this that was in the military, thank you for your service. It's two completely different worlds, and this is just the mind of someone that has no idea of what they're talking about. At the end of the day, it's just a reaction channel. I figure that a yearning and a want to learn more and understand what I'm watching and try to decipher the message is more important than just saying yay and talking about what actors I recognize. If anything in particular stood out to you or there was something I might have missed, please tell me about it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed watching my reaction. All I ask is that you leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can also get early access to my YouTube edits on my Patreon through the link in the description. You guys are the best. I'm getting this little war movie budding family. I'm glad I'm doing stuff that people are so passionate about and have opinions on and can educate me on. This is war. It'll never not be relevant. But anyway, that's it for me. Until next time, spread peace and love. I'm out.